Mouth-watering culinary innovations from one of Japan's most famous master sushi chefs, fresh fish that goes from sea to plate within 48 hours, all on board a cruise ship? Count us in! Morimoto by Sea is Holland America Line's newest specialty dining restaurant, and in this video we'll give you a quick introduction to the Japanese-inspired, fresh seafood-focused restaurant concept, along with a review of our recent multi-course dining experience at Morimoto by Sea on board Holland America Line's Volendam. Please come join us as we explore Morimoto by Sea here on Calling All Ports with Andrew and Diana.
Morimoto by Sea is the first cruise line partnership from its namesake, celebrity chef Masaharu Morimoto. Surely many of you will recognize him as Iron Chef Morimoto, a nickname that he earned as being one of the resident Iron Chefs on both the Japanese and American versions of the Iron Chef TV cooking competition series. Morimoto now hosts the Roku original series, Morimoto's Sushi Master. He's a regular guest or judge on popular TV programs like Top Chef and Master Chef. Morimoto first made his name as the executive chef of the world-famous Japanese restaurant Nobu in New York City back in the 1990s. And his distinctive culinary style merges traditional Japanese ingredients and techniques with Western flavors and a kind of avant-garde creativity. Today, the Morimoto brand features over 20 restaurants around the globe, from casual noodle spots like Momo-san up to fine dining venues like the Pan-Asian themed Morimoto Asia. Personally, we've had the pleasure of eating at a handful of Chef Morimoto's restaurants over the years, and we've always left those restaurants happy and satiated. We've said it before, but nearly 20 years ago now, we had the Chef's Choice tasting menu at his flagship Morimoto restaurant, which is in Philadelphia. And the restaurant, it serves contemporary Japanese food that's meant to capture the core essence of Morimoto's cuisine. And honestly, it remains one of the single best meals that we've ever eaten, still to this day.
Put simply, we're Chef Morimoto fans, and we'd been eagerly anticipating this chance to dine at Morimoto by Sea for months. This emerging partnership with Chef Masaharu Morimoto is part of Holland America Line's Global Fresh Fish program, which the cruise line launched back in September 2023, and which we've talked about in a couple previous videos here on Calling All Ports. We'll link to those videos in the description below, and if you aren't already, here's a quick nudge to subscribe to our channel to keep getting more cruise and destination travel content just like this. Anyhow, the Global Fresh Fish program is a promising initiative that emphasizes Holland America's commitment to both high-quality fresh food and environmental sustainability. What it does is create a network of 60 ports to source and serve over 80 varieties of fresh fish on board the restaurants across Holland America's 11-ship fleet, with the goal of bringing locally sourced fish from port to plate in under 48 hours.
Morimoto has been named Holland America's Fresh Fish Ambassador, and one of the kind of aspirations behind the Morimoto by Sea restaurant is to curate regionally inspired seafood dishes for cruise passengers. If you watch Bravo's popular Top Chef reality TV cooking series, you've likely seen these Holland America TV ads with Chef Morimoto being broadcast repeatedly over the past couple of months.
Because we care about what's on your plate, who we partner with is important.
The Fresh Fish program is very 画期的. I'm Chef Morimoto, Fresh Fish Ambassador for Holland America Line.
And at the time of this filming, Top Chef is on the verge of airing its season 21 series finale, part of which was filmed on board Holland America Line's Eurodam ship, and that also features Chef Masaharu Morimoto as a surprise guest.
Currently, the Morimoto by Sea concept is a permanent standalone restaurant on board one ship, the Nieuw Amsterdam, and it's a pop-up dining experience aboard the rest of Holland America's fleet. On the Nieuw Amsterdam, Morimoto by Sea can be found in the aft of Deck 11, adjacent to the Tamarind restaurant. It's in the space that was previously the home to Nami Sushi. Here are some images showing how the observation deck space has been redesigned. However, for most Holland America cruisers, you'll encounter Morimoto by Sea as we did, which is an exclusive pop-up experience that will happen only one night per sailing. It will take over either Pinnacle Grill or Tamarin, depending on which of the other 10 ships you're on.
All right, let's eat already. For us on board the Volendam in May 2024, the Morimoto by Sea pop-up was held in the Pinnacle Grill, since that's the only specialty restaurant venue on this kind of older, smaller ship. The pop-up was offered during the 5th night of our 7-night cruise. The restaurant itself looked exactly the same as it did throughout the cruise. It wasn't as if the crew came in and did a one-night-only makeover of the Pinnacle Grill's decor. Nevertheless, the servers do wear custom Morimoto by Sea's Japanese-style kitchen jackets, and we were presented with menus and dedicated Morimoto by Sea menu covers. Plus, we were told that there are chefs in the kitchen who have gone through a specialized Morimoto training program. We started off with drinks. Here's a peek at the Morimoto by Sea drink menu, which features a few signature cocktails. There's a vodka sake take on a martini called a Morimotini, a more proper gin-based martini, but still with a twist of sake and lychee, and a gin and yuzu citrus cocktail. Plus, there were a few other unique alcoholic beverages that you're not going to find anyplace else on the ship, including Morimoto branded sake, Morimoto partnered wines, and Sapporo, a lager-style beer. Diana got the lychee martini, and I tried the yuzu cocktail.
Next, it was time to order the food. Here's a look at the multi-course dinner menu for Morimoto by Sea, which is a fairly standard 3-course meal with appetizers, mains, plus side dishes, and desserts. And the menu here features a number of familiar Japanese and Pan-Asian classics such as the sushi platter, tori or chicken-based ramen, fried rice, and chicken teriyaki. And there are also a few dishes that Chef Morimoto is well known for, and that appear here on Holland America in a recognizable, if slightly altered form, such as the tuna pizza, the boribap Korean-style rice bowl, and the tofu cheesecake. For appetizers, we knew we couldn't get all 5 dishes on offer, though we were very tempted to try, and we whittled it down to 3 choices. Andrew got the Morimoto fresh tuna pizza, I got the tori ramen noodle soup, and we opted to share the pork gyoza dumpling. The gyoza came out in a hot cast iron pan with 4 dumplings topped with a scallion ginger sauce, more like a relish, and they were delicious with great pork flavor. The tuna pizza is perhaps the most famous of Morimoto's creations that appears on the Holland America menu, and so Andrew simply had to try it here. And it's an excellent example of Chef Morimoto's skill at combining culinary traditions, which perhaps the most iconic ingredient of Japanese sushi, raw tuna, paired with one of the most distinctly American foods imaginable, pizza. Though in reality, it's a multiple hybrid in the sense that it's a firm, razor-thin, tortilla-like style pizza crust, and plus the dish is garnished with jalapenos and red onions, giving this so-called pizza a tostada-esque quality. In other words, the tuna pizza is a mashup of Japanese, Italian American, and Mexican cuisines. And it's really, really tasty and quite a hearty portion. My ramen was unsurprisingly excellent. They pour the broth into the bowl tableside, which isn't traditional, yet adds a nice touch of showmanship. It's a yummy, rich, and flavorful broth, with thinly sliced scallions and sesame seeds floating around, super thinly sliced chasu, or braised pork belly, and the soy sauce marinated egg, which was a nice touch.
On to the mains and the sides. Another grueling decision. Personally, I really wanted to try the boribap because that's another Chef Morimoto signature, plus it's really cool how they cook it tableside in a hot stone bowl. We did see our neighbors get it. Japanese curry is also one of my all-time favorite dishes, but I personally opted for the crispy fried whole fish. since it was such a stunning preparation and all the staff we spoke with really sung its praises. Diana got the grilled beef tenderloin steak because she's never going to say no to beef tenderloin. And we started out by sharing a portion of the Angry Lobster Pad Thai. In fact, we asked for the lobster pad thai to come out as a sort of middle course in between the appetizers and the mains, and the servers were happy to accommodate. This dish was also served on a sizzling hot cast iron pan. You get a pair of kind of small to medium lobster tails, some sauteed bok choy, and a portion of rice noodles with tofu and vegetables. It's a tasty dish, though we were glad we chose to split it as an extra kind of quasi-appetizer because, frankly, for a main, it was a fairly small portion. I don't think either of us would have been satisfied if it had been our only main dish for the evening. It was also more of a annoyed lobster, not exactly angry. It needed a bit more spice before it could claim angry status, which is to say, at least personally, we would have enjoyed a bit more heat. Diana said her grilled beef tenderloin steak was perfectly cooked, and the gravy added a nice sweetness and umami. Yet another dish served on a hot cast iron pan. The dish also came with a side of sweet potato tempura and some bok choy. My whole fried fish was a sea bass on this particular night. The presentation with the sauteed and pickled vegetables piled up and the whole fish kind of swimming in this glossy, sweet tamarind chili sauce, it sure did look amazing. It was fragrant, the skin, of course, was crispy, and the fish meat was juicy and delicious. Overall, the dish delivered a nice balance of salty, sour, sweet, and just a little spicy. For our sides, we got the wok-seared bok choy, steamed white rice, and wasabi mashed potato. All quality sides, no complaints. We ate a lot of bok choy with this meal, as you see, but because the green was a garnish on a few of the other plates. But that's okay, we love us some bok choy, and it was perfectly cooked, nice and tender.
And then there was dessert. There were 4 desserts on offer, and we actually ended up trying 3 of the 4. I had to try the dark chocolate sphere. This was another dish delivered with Chef Morimoto's signature showmanship. The server pours a hot salted caramel sauce over the chocolate sphere, and the top half of the sphere dissolves right there on the plate, revealing the marshmallow cream middle. And that marshmallow was truly scrumptious, a magnificent bite. Andrew got the baked tofu cheesecake, which is another dish Chef Morimoto is well known for. He's made this dish on TV in a few Iron Chef battles over the years, and it's in one of his cookbooks. We appreciated that the cheesecake isn't overly heavy and it's not cloyingly sweet. It had a gorgeous brulee on it and a beautiful plating with a softer blueberry lemon sorbet, a firmer and richer blueberry sorbet, and also a chocolate wafer. And to finish the meal off, we shared the sorbet trio, which the maitre d' practically insisted we get, assuring us it was a perfect palate cleanser. And he was correct. A great way to end a truly excellent meal.
So what's the cost, you might be asking? At the time of our meal in May 2024, Morimoto By Sea carried a $55 per person cover charge plus gratuity, which together brought the total to just under $65 per person. And like Nami Sushi and Rudy's Seldomare, Holland America excludes Morimoto By Sea from the Have It All premium package upgrade, so you cannot use your Have It All specialty dining credit to book it. It's going to be extra pay. Alcoholic drinks are, of course, extra too. However, if you have the signature beverage package or, with the Have It All, the beverages are covered. And if the drink exceeds the $11 cap, then you simply need to pay the price difference. We'll add that even though $65 per person extra charge is not inexpensive, you can order multiple appetizers, entrees, and desserts at no extra charge. So as you've already seen in the video, we split a number of extra dishes throughout the meal, and all the food you've seen was included under the cover charge. The waitstaff were happy to accommodate the extra dishes, and we observed quite a few other tables around us doing the same thing, so we certainly weren't alone in our gluttony.
And that's our rundown and first take dining review of Morimoto by Sea on Holland America line. We enjoyed every bite, and we'll add that service was top-notch. The timing of everything was paced very well, we didn't have any long waits between courses, but we also never felt rushed. And while we only experienced the pop-up version on Volendam, we imagine the full standalone version on Nieuw Amsterdam must be equally as good. And we're going to be on Eurodam in Alaska in August, and no surprise, we've already booked our Morimoto by Sea reservation for that sailing too. Have you eaten a meal at any of Chef Morimoto's restaurants? Have you had a chance to try Morimoto by Sea for yourself yet? Or, if you have a Holland American cruise coming up soon, is Morimoto by Sea a specialty restaurant you'd like to try? Please let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Thanks for watching, and until next time, be seeing you.